in there?
No, I hope not.
Okay, there's probably something living in there. I don't know.
A whole family or something.
Anyway, by the time we're done with this, it'll all be cleared, cleaned, sorted out. Helping us through this process is Hidden Hearing's chief audiologist, Tim Pringle, and wax removal specialist, Donal Breheny. Welcome to the show, both of you.
Thank you very much.
Now, what can we expect from today? Because I know you said earlier on when we were off air, you were going to tell me off for using cotton buds to clean my ears. But what is best practice when it comes to cleaning our ears?
Best practice is to go to a healthcare professional.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we shouldn't be taking
My
it
grandmother
around.
always used to say, you shouldn't stick anything smaller than your elbow.
And like even water, like a bit, like when you're in the shower, a bit of water and...
Showering, it's fine, but it's not about forcing water into your ears.
Okay.
Water is actually, it actually breeds bacteria, especially with soap products and things like that.
Yeah.
So cotton buds are fine for the outer part of the ear, but nothing going into the
Nothing
ear, please.
inside.
Okay, because people, you're going to do damage, but you're also going to push it further in.
Completely. And that is actually quite a lot of the issues that we see with people, is that when they come with it's impacted in there, and they've been saying, I've been cleaning, but they've been just pushing it back
Shoving it
and back
deeper.
and back.
And now we're about to see what's impacted in your ear, so have a seat.
God, here we go.
So what are you going to do with our Martin now?
Okay.
Well, what's going to happen now is Martin's obviously going to take a seat. Donal's going to use what we call a videotoscope, and we're going to place that into one ear and then the other ear, and we're going to have a picture on the screen. Yep.
So this is how we hear our...
That will be blocked then.
That will be... Yeah.
And now, is this the standard process for someone that might come into your clinic that had never had their ears professionally cleaned before?
Yes, the first thing we do is we take, a medical case history, make sure there's nothing untoward going on, there's no other contraindications to it. We've got to make sure things like, they haven't had any history of perforations or different things like that from a medical perspective. But what we want to do first of all is...
Is that the inside of my ear now?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, good grief.
Don't worry, that's just the hair.
I've seen much worse.
Those hairs, they protect our ears.
Yeah.
Right, so that's supposed
It's
to be
similar to the hairs that we have in our nose, micro hairs in our ears. What do they do?
They help to protect. It tends to be those we get into adulthood that we grow a few more of these hairs, and hence the fact sometimes as we get older as well, the wax tends to sort of clog itself there instead. But the ears are naturally self-cleaning.
Yeah.
Okay. So it actually is sort of rolling that wax out. And that's why sometimes you'll get a bit of wax in your, when you're just washing your face with a towel, and then you get that, there's a bit of wax out. It naturally comes out.
It's pushing it out.
It's actually pushing it
You
out.
mentioned something yesterday, and of course we had a bit of a laugh about it. Candling.
No.
Yeah.
I saw that on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
No.
It's probably not a professional practice.
It is not recommended within the healthcare or you're sort of down a slippery slope there of risk of infection, risk of bacteria getting in there and things like that. Always seek the advice of a healthcare professionals. And there's actually occasions when we look in people's ears that it's not safe for us, and we might even have to look at, there's something else going on there that we need to refer on to ENT. Okay. So it's critical that it should be in front of a professional.
Right, so it is time to get Martin's ears cleaned. So let's, I guess let's do it.
If you are having a late breakfast, I want to apologise now, OK? I know you've already had a look at both lugs, so...
Yeah,
this
the main
time
thing I need you to do is just sit still.
Sit still. Okay. This is a suction that's going to happen.
Don't flinch.
Okay.
So, Tim, explain while Donal is cleaning Martin's ears, what is the process he is using?
The process that he is using is called microsuction. There is another method called irrigation, but this is deemed to be the safest method because it's clearing any debris from the ear.
Not just wax.
Not just wax, any sort of fluid, dead skin, and wax is made up of dead skin and the naturally secreting glands of the ear and sweat and things like that. So it's basically making everything clean. But it's a safe method. You're not poking at anything. It's a very delicate area.
Yeah.
So that's why with cotton tips, buds, you're actually could cause damage.
Because now, you mentioned it is a delicate area. A lot of people would have the problem of getting their ears blocked. It happens quite often, doesn't it?
It does. It happens. Sometimes it can happen more regularly for people, especially, for example, people as we get older, and if there's a lot of hair follicles there, it can sort of trap in that. If people are pushing, the hair clips even and things like that, you're pushing it back into the ear. but also people who wear, for example, yourselves in this industry, people wearing, things that go push into the ear, like your monitors and things like that, as well as...
Oh, how does it feel?
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
There we go. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And it looks far worse
That's moving.
in the picture than it actually is. But, yeah.
There's your Lego man right there, Martin.
I honestly thought you boys were going to find Lord Lucan or Shergar in there today.
So what? We're doing pretty well if that's all right.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's it.
Oh, wow.
Painless.
Wow. Absolutely
Okay,
painless.
can we get a camera in to see what it
Yep,
looks
we're
like?
going to do that
Okay.
now, and we'll just see. But yes, one of the things as well with people, monitors, hearing aid users, things like
Earphones.
earphones.
Yeah.
Yes, your
Yeah, what are y'all shouting
Yeah.
for?
AirPod things
Yeah.
or whatever. Yep.
And is that a thing then? Like, because a lot of people would be using AirPods now, and they
Yeah.
might take
So
them
that's
out
it now. That's
filthy.
it clear.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and they're cleaning that,
Yeah.
but what they're not doing is having the health check to make sure that. And then quite often they'll say, "I'm not here," and they're turning the volume up more.
Donal,
and
you
so on.
stay on that for a minute so you
Sure.
can see. Wow.
That's Martin's eardrum
That's
down
the
there.
ear canal.
And that's the eardrum there in the background. Nice light shining
All
off
clear.
it.
You
Very
see the light
healthy.
reflection?
It's like I've been sandblasted
Yes.
in here.
Wow. So now,
But it
how,
was painless. I have to say, it was
Yep,
painless.
Yeah.
completely painless.
And
And it's the safest method of doing it. Yeah.
how often do people have
Thank you,
to get
Noel.
a process
problem,
like
Martin.
this done?
It really depends on the individual.
Right. On average.
On average, once a year for people who get a continuous build-up.
Yeah.
But there are lots of people out, because it depends on your own, the pH balance in your
Yeah,
ears.
your
and
glands, like you
your
said,
glands, different
yeah.
things like that, as to how much you actually
so,
produce.
so that's different to syringing in that it's
Well, syringing, I think, is a method now that we really don't go near.
Okay.
Right.
No.
And it's one of the reasons why so many GPs stopped, removing
Okay.
earwax.
Martin,
because-
how's your hearing now?
why you shout?
How's your hearing? Any clear?
Well, yeah, it is actually clear.
Yeah. Well, your
It is a lot
ears
clear.
are squeaky clean.
The cleanest ears in this building, folks.
Donal, you did well.
Thanks very much.
You did
Yeah,
well.
well done. Yeah.
And thank you. Absolutely. And the thing is, though, earwax, I hear links between it and lack of balance and stuff like this.
Yeah, if you get a blockage in your ear, unlike yours, which you treated, you'd used spray oil in there, which
On your
which-
instruction,
yes,
I used
which
it.
was recommended. You did that for a few days, and that softens the wax, and that means that this removal just takes everything out. But people who get impacted wax and they don't go and get it checked, and it's impacted, and it goes like a dark black hard colour, and that unfortunately can cause a blockage of hearing, ringing in the ear, pain, or even infection.
All right. Thank you so much, Tim, Donal. You've been great.
Okay.
Martin, you're a
Good
trooper.
to meet you both.
Yes, thanks very much.
I can hear clearly now. The wax is gone. Anyway, to find out more information about ear cleaning, head over to hiddenhearing.ie.
Up next, we're having cocktails. God knows Martin could take the edge off. See you after the break.